more people live with epilepsy than with autism spectrum disorders, Parkinson's disease, MS, and cerebral palsy combined.
Wow, the Epilepsy Foundation of Minnesota is hosting an open house, and here to tell us all about it is Regional Coordinator Janice Tweet. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
That's a pretty shocking number. I didn't realize epilepsy was so prevalent. So I think everyone's heard about it, but just for people that may aren't aware of exactly what epilepsy is, what is it exactly?
Epilepsy is a neurological disorder, and it's characterized by the tendency to have recurring seizures. So basically what that means, there's something that happens inside a person's brain that causes them to have seizures, and in order for it to be considered epilepsy, they'll have to have at least 2 unprovoked seizures, and for most people, they'll have multiple seizures throughout their lifetime.
And for a lot of people out there too, they're probably wondering what can be done when they do have epilepsy. I mean, what treatments? There's a lot of them, and each case is different too for each person.
Exactly. Epilepsy is really individualized, so it just depends on what's going to work best for that person. Medication's always the first line of defense, but there are many different types of medications you could try depending on what seizure type you have. And so for a lot of people, there's a lot of trial and error at the beginning, trying to figure out what's going to work best for them. Some people are on multiple doses or even 2 or more medications. But about 75% of people will see medication helping them. But for people who don't find that relief through medication, there's some different options too. Some people will try a ketogenic diet. Brain surgery is also an option. There's a few different things they can do to try to lessen seizures. And there's some medical devices that are out there now too that can help.
Wow.
So is it genetic, or do you kind of have a predisposition going, hey, I may have this, and you go in and get checked, or you have a seizure one day and then you realize, oh my gosh, I've got this? Or how does it all work?
For most people, they don't know why they have epilepsy. There are some certain causes, such as if you damage your brain, if you suffer multiple concussions, really anytime you're damaging the brain, that could lead to someone developing epilepsy. Sometimes it is genetic. It's very rare that that happens, but there can be some specific syndromes in epilepsy that are genetic. But for about 70% of people, they don't know why they have epilepsy. They can't trace it to a specific incident.
Wow. Now, I think one thing people want to know too is it can be kind of nerve-wracking if you're on the other side of it, you know, when someone does have a seizure. So what can we do? You know, are you supposed to lie them on their back, get them away from something?
So for those, the classic seizure type is a tonic-clonic, and that's where all the muscles in a person's body get completely tense, and then their body will convulse. And so for those types of seizures, you want to get them onto their side. They won't be able to swallow during the seizure, so it's helpful if they're on their side. Any saliva that might be building up can come out. You want to protect their head as much as possible so that they don't repeatedly hit their head on the ground. And it's always important to time a seizure as well. Most seizures will end naturally on their own, generally in about 5 minutes. But for sometimes a seizure isn't going to end on its own, and they're going to need further medical attention. And so we want to be timing those seizures, making sure that they're ending.
Wow, 5 minutes has got to feel like an eternity if you're going through that. So you got an open house coming up. Tell us what's going on there, how people can participate.
Yes, so we have an open house coming up in Fergus Falls next week on the 22nd. We're going to be at the Fergus Falls Public Library from 12:30 to 3, and we're just trying to give more opportunities out throughout the region so that people can come learn a little bit more about the Epilepsy Foundation, what resources we have available to them, and how we can help them. And it's also a great opportunity for them to come and share their story with us as well.
Well, as you said, it impacts so many people, which is, I think, sometimes surprising, you know, for a lot of people. They didn't know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Definitely.
Anything else you want to add?
No, we'll just be there. We can always reach out to us, though. If you can't make the Fergus Falls open house, if it's a far drive or, you know, you have to work during the day, you can always reach out anytime. I'm always happy to connect one-on-one with people as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can Facebook Live it, and people all over can check it out. So
Good
thanks
idea.
for being here. It was great information.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, stay with us. We're going to wrap things up right after this.